I think as an entrepreneur, it's quite easy to spend all your time in the business and still feel it's not enough. And I think it's quite easy to burn out sometimes. And sometimes I do feel quite burnt out. I mean, especially managing two businesses and they're completely different. I think for me is that I try to set a daily target, I think. Yeah, to get something done every day and just try to leave it there. I mean, just get it done every day. So not to leave things overnight and just set a timeline for everything. I think that's quite important, like some sort of timetable. Right now, in terms of work, my main focus is with my two businesses. So one is the bedding business, Noblesse Lifestyle, and another part of the business is Attire House, which is a menswear concept business. Well, luckily with Attire House, I also have a partner, Roger. So basically we divide and conquer and try to divide our time in different areas. It is quite a challenge to balance my life in many ways, but I think the most important thing is to set priorities. So for me, actually, well, apart from work, I think family is very important to me. So I do really try to make time to at least be with my family every day and spend time with them during weekends. When I was a child, I wanted to become an interior designer because I'm always interested in art and drawing things and sort of rearranging things and designing things. But then I actually found out that I'm not very good with drawings and stuff like that, but I'm always very interested in home stuff. I'm now working with designers and really sort of have a foot into like decorations and home. Another passion of mine also came true recently, and that's menswear. From an early stage, I'm always interested in suits, menswear. I actually started wearing a suit when I was 14, yeah, back at school in England. So my father was into clothes, so he taught me many things about, you know, how to choose a suit and how to mix and match things. So it's also quite amazing. I mean, looking back at how everything in the past that I wanted to do sort of came true in some ways. Yeah. I think I always respected my parents' style, and I think they had a lot of fun in their days. And I think I also respect them for being very brave in expressing themselves. And I think that's quite important nowadays. I mean, people are too afraid to express themselves. I always preferred something that's more traditional. I like to look at pictures of my grandfather, like his suits and maybe his briefcase, his umbrellas and things like that. And later, during my years in England, of course, so I started to get in touch with a lot of this culture. And also later on, as a barrister, of course, a very traditional profession where suits are required. And so everything sort of molded me and shaped me into this direction, this passion. People forgotten about quality, and I still believe that handmade stuff are still the best quality and still the most, in a way, the most human. The human touch, I think, is quite important. It's not something that is made by a machine that feels very cold in a way. Actually, when I was young, my parents were afraid that I might get bullied at school, and they wanted me to be more, be able to defend myself and to be confident and things like that. So they sent me to learn martial arts. Learning martial arts is sort of a form of meditation. Yeah, so it's meditation with movements, in a way. It also helps you to be very concentrated and to be very alert. Martial art is actually about having peace and harmony. There's a very deep philosophy behind Chinese martial art. It's also a sort of Chinese teaching as well. And I think that's, in a way, has also been a center of my philosophy in everything. I mean, in business and family and treating other people.